Today's news, Starbucks racism claim by Korean in Germany, employee imitated monkey?
There was actually no coffee in that mug. One of the top trending stories in South Korea in the last 24 hours is this, that a Korean has claimed in Germany that they were a victim of racism?
Yeah.
And this is because of the name being replaced with an image that has two lines for their eyes instead of actually writing the name on the cup like Starbucks usually does.
And supposedly they acted like a monkey, or they made monkey things when giving them the coffee. It also sounds like there was some sexual harassment as well, because he suggested that she should lay down, that she looked sleepy, and did it in a sexually suggestive way.
The employee suggested that the customer do that?
Yes.
The reason why this is such a big deal is because Starbucks is huge in South Korea. When you walk around the streets of Seoul, there are cafes for coffee everywhere. All sorts of different franchises are available at this point, but Starbucks is the #1 coffee franchise in Korea. And on top of that, there are more Starbucks locations in Seoul than any other major city in the world.
That's kind of surprising to me because I know how expensive Starbucks coffee is.
Obviously, Starbucks as a franchise doesn't want this, but way more importantly than that is we need to just not tolerate any more racism across the board, which is why people like Donald Trump piss the shit out of me. No, because he's so popular and he's a fucking racist. So I'm not trying to bring Trump into this, but I'm saying like racism needs to be washed away completely, and we're all a bunch of racists still. It sucks.
This is actually the second article that I read on this one, and the first article that I read just made a big deal about the picture on the cup, and I thought that that might be just some overreacting because I didn't read about the whole monkey business. I just saw that there was a face on a cup, and I thought, why is this person getting so upset? Because the first thing that came to my mind was, pardon me if this is racist, but maybe they had a name like Young Bum or Bum Suck, and they didn't want to write it on the cup.
Yeah, or maybe the person's drawing skills are shit.
You know, for me, if I got a cup and it had a stick figure on it, I thought, that's pretty freaking cool.
Or maybe the person walking to Starbucks and didn't understand the question, what's your name? Even though that's probably a question that everybody knows at this point in South Korea. Or maybe they didn't answer, or maybe they weren't able to pronounce it in a way that the person could understand and write it, and so the person just wrote a person. But still, traditionally, the lines in the face for the eyes like that slanted are considered an Asian person, and it's more derogatory and racist than it is acceptable, I guess. You know what I'm talking about. You guys know what I'm talking about.
I've seen so many stick figures with lines for eyes that to me it doesn't scream racism, and maybe I'm wrong in that, but I'm just like, whatever. I get it if he was being racist otherwise and being weird and being sexually suggestive. I can understand why this person is upset, but I don't think that you should blame the entire Starbucks franchise.
Well, sure. Why couldn't the person just draw circles for the eyes? Because they were lazy? I wonder how much this is going to affect the Starbucks franchise in Seoul and in South Korea, because there are so many other franchises that you can go and get your coffee at this point that Starbucks isn't needed there.
It really isn't.
How many of you heard about what happened in Germany at a Starbucks location? Comments. Is it racism? Because it's really just one image that an entire country's media is calling racism. It's one image, one stick figure. That's kind of crazy.
It's the stick figure controversy.
Let us know what you think. Click the like button while you're down there, and thanks for subscribing for more HallyuBack news. That's it. We're out of here. Hasta luego.
Bye.